You're going to end up a gangster in it.
Welcome to 4th and 10 to be a hooligan.
I come over, you're ripped, tatted up. All right, hey guys.
Welcome to 4th and 10 right here. Oh, it's Breaker, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcast, Amazon Podcast, all the other ones. Hopefully you're not listening. Hopefully you're seeing our beautiful faces right now because you are on YouTube.com with us live every Wednesday morning. Most of them. Don't hold me to most of them.
What?
I mean, not holidays. We weren't here last week. But
No.
it was a holiday
We were
week.
waving that red, white, and blue.
Right. These colors don't run unless there's not enough of us. And then we're just like, we'll run and do it next week.
Don't do that.
My name's Nathan Owens. You can follow me on Twitter at Nathan Owens Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, Nathan Owens Comedy, or NathanOwensComedy.com.
I want a virtue signal counter at the bottom of this of how many times you want to just separate yourself just from your deep core roots.
Just the roots.
Dan Duncan, proud American, anti-cancel culture. Here we are.
Anti-cancel culture. That's taking a bold step.
Damon and David aren't here, and so I have no repercussions for the things that I say.
David and Damon, the bastions of cancel culture that they are. Damon especially.
No, they would just be like, hey, let's double click into that statement. And I don't have to today.
Please subscribe, hit the bell to get notified every time we go live, every time we throw up a new video. If you want to just see us in clips, you can do that. We do that. We throw them up everywhere. We put them up wherever they go.
So I hate YouTube videos that tease something in the thumbnail and don't get to it quickly. So I do have a surprise for you.
Oh, no.
Did you read the thumbnail?
I did, and I thought the surprise was that it's just white guys.
News. No, that's not a good surprise.
I know. I thought
that's clickbaity, and we don't do clickbait here. Anti-cancel culture, anti-clickbait. Let's add to the list.
All right, what's the surprise?
All right, so I thought a lot about how we can bring your dream to become an Olympian to life.
Shoot.
And obviously we are in the sweet spot for getting you ready for the 2028 Olympic Games in LA, in this country, to wave the banner. And so I have signed you up for qualifying events for the speed walking competition to get you ready for the 2028 Olympic Games, Nathan Owens. You are going to become an Olympian. We just have to get you to that Olympic standard.
What is that even? What?
Yeah. You're signed up.
I'm signed up.
You have a race in like 6 months.
A speed walking race.
Speed walking race.
I don't even know how to speed walk.
Well, we have to start working on that. We can get you a coach. My goal for you is to be the flag bearer in LA. We're going to document it. People are going to fall in love with you. You are going to take the Hawk Tua straight to the top fame.
Look, the most speed walking I have ever done in my life is
Wait, were you not even a little curious about the thumbnail?
I really thought it was just super clickbaity. Like, just...
That's stupid.
Is it?
No? Yes, it is stupid.
So, all right,
So you have... Okay, so
I gotta even
speed walking is a 20-kilometer race.
I don't even know what that means.
And you have to be able
How many miles?
Huh? It's basically like 12.4.
And I got to walk that?
12.4 miles at 120 minutes. So basically, we need you to be walking a 10-minute per mile pace. And the key to speed walking is like you have to have one foot. You can't when you run, right? Like
that's where they do like the weird hip thing.
Yeah, totally. So you have to have one foot on the ground at a time. You can't. When you run, there's a moment where both feet are off the ground. With speed walking...
for some people.
I know that. You haven't felt that sensation.
I might accidentally be really good at speed walking. I thought about
signing you up for, like track and field qualifiers.
Yeah, that's mean.
And shock put felt like the obvious thing. Like, it's a bunch of bigger guys throwing things. And I just didn't think that we could get you there. But...
No, those guys train...
With an intense diet, intermittent fasting, cold plunging... coaching, and Joel's like, this is gonna be fun, and and signing you up for a race where you actually have to show up and embarrass yourself.
There's official, documentation of this.
Yeah.
Where?
What? In my email.
I need to see something.
I'll show it to you after the show.
Jeez.
You can just sign people up for it?
Yeah. I mean, I signed him up as himself. Like, I mean, you can't sign up other people, but I signed up Nathan Owens. Is that...
This is why you got to be careful who you work for. Because some people just have too much information about you. I don't know what to say because I don't know how real this is. Because you're too powerful.
What?
Like,
what way?
This is something
I don't
that
have
you,
like a...
No, this is something you absolutely
gauntlet.
could do.
Huh? Why wouldn't you do this? This is great. This is good for you. It's good for your future children.
Yeah, I was about to say, imagine you adopt. You know how good Olympian athletes can look on an adoption application?
See, absolutely.
That's
God bless America.
Hopefully, I don't have to wait till 2028 to adopt a kid.
I mean, that's true. But you're going to be in better shape. You're going to get to, like, qualify for the Olympics. Now, that's a long shot. I mean,
There's
get it.
people that are race walking
Nate,
right now.
Nate, imagine you adopt a kid. It's on the other side of the street. You got to get to it, but that's real hot tar, and so you can't lift your feet all the way because your shoes
right.
are sticking to the ground. Oh, look at this! You've been training for the Olympics.
Does it get you excited? Does it tickle you a little bit?
I don't know how real it is.
You could be an Olympian.
I'm not going to be an Olympian.
You could.
Look,
It's the one sport that you have a shot at.
honestly, I really thought my shot to be an Olympian was either curling or which is the one where you go down the slide on your belly?
The luge
Yeah. I thought I had a chance at that because I've seen penguins slide.
or the that's the skeleton. I think is the head
I don't know
first
which
one.
one's which. There's one that's back.
That's
There's
the
one that's
luge.
belly.
I think the skeleton is the straightforward.
I've always
one,
wondered. Like, I know that like you got to be aerodynamic and stuff.
which you're not.
No, but I see penguins slide really fast, and I think they should.
Well, I think
give,
if there was no sled and just belly, you'd have a shot.
that's what I think. If they could adjust the rules to let me just go.
I mean, then you have Samoans in there from Hawaii beating your butt down.
Sounds like Dan doesn't want to open up the Winter Olympics to everybody.
mean,
Cancel him.
Dude, if we could do the Haktua dance at the Olympics,
That's
That's
not
what-
it's called. Jeez. All right, so when is my first race?
huh?
When
6
is-
months.
6 months. Where?
I did this strategically, Sacramento.
How am I getting to Sacramento? In 6. All right, so I got to put this on my calendar now.
I mean, we'll take it. Nate, you're worried about the logistics. We have a lot of work to do.
Of course, I'm worried about the logistics.
Before you show up to the start line.
I'm a 290-pound race walker. Of course, I'm worried about logistics.
This visual. Nathan's pathway to the Olympics is an entire YouTube channel, and I can't wait to start it.
Gosh, July. So it's January.
Yeah,
Man,
it's fine.
I got a lot going on in January.
Do ya?
No.
I knew it. You're the only person I could schedule something that I knew you could show up for every bit of it.
I mean, I got, we got New Year's. There's a few, there's some.
You're already taking the positive steps, Nathan Owens. You're not drinking. You're trying to adopt. You're trying to become responsible.
That has nothing to do with the race walking.
Look, this is a free advertisement to the world that you're an eligible parent.
Look, I'm not.
There might be someone out there wondering what they should do with their beautiful baby, and they can't take care of it, and you're right there for it.
Look, if that was holding,
I wish Libby was here. She's a better sell, but
No, Libya's a much better. So let's do that first. I have a wife who works very hard and has an amazing job and is going to be an amazing mother and a great supporter. So let's start. Let's not.
Questionable taste in men, but that's
Oh, absolutely.
1,000%. But she could be married to an Olympian. Do you know how much? She was
yeah.
proud of you when you became a comic. Do you understand what she's gonna hawk Tua for when when you become an
get
Olympian?
That, or she's going to be repulsed by the sight of me in spandex moving my hips in that very weird way. This is high risk, high reward for my sex life. That's my only issue with this, is that the first time she sees me training
This is amazing.
and my weight shifts.
You might break. This is why we gotta go slow.
We got to go real slow.
We gotta go slow.
Like, if you're an animator out there, if you could go ahead and animate Winnie the Pooh race walking, just so we can get a visual of what it might look like.
I mean, look at it this way, and this is the last thing, and then we'll move on to Donald Trump and Joe Biden playing a golf tournament.
Man, what a tease.
The next great sport.
The
We've
next
got
great
Nathan
sport.
Owens speed walking and
Yeah,
Donald
and
Trump.
then the
This is
senior
This is the week
tournament.
we're having in sports right now, where these are our two leading stories. If once you get your momentum going in one direction, competitive advantage.
That's fair. Can I bump people?
Yeah.
Is it like NASCAR?
To be honest with you, I've never watched a single race. I had to do a lot of Googling to figure out how to get you in this thing.
I know that there's an episode of Malcolm in the Middle about race walking, because I've seen that one. So Bryan Cranston's done it. So if we could get Bryan Cranston to coach me, that'd
Okay.
be a lot of fun.
Right?
I have seen race walking done because
It's always highlighted on the it's too silly to not
It's-
make ESPN
look,
highlights.
it's so silly, and that's gonna be my issue, is that
You're gonna giggle the whole time.
I'm gonna giggle the entire time, and these people around me that have trained their entire lives to do it are not gonna like
But
me.
just think about the YouTube channel, Nate's Path to the Olympics. You're gonna live everyone's dream, but no one is free enough and dumb enough to walk this path. But you, sir, are
Or
ready
to race walk this path.
to race walk.
Also,
I-
you can't bump into people.
Uncle Sam
I
wants
can't
you.
bump into people.
It's against the etiquette.
Okay. Do I get? Is it weapons? Do I get like Mario Kart stuff?
This
No.
is your F1. This is your moment. This is about you're gonna jump on the speed walking, like front end craze. It's like gonna be your CrossFit. You're just gonna be the leading candidate, bringing a trend to life.
Joel, will you look up the fastest anybody has ever race walked?
Yeah, I mean, I think the world record is like right around like the Olympic standard's 120 minutes. I had to look all this up. I was like, where do I have to get Nate to? It's 120 minutes, but I think it's like I mean, the world record is like I think like I don't know, 60
All right.
minutes, 75 minutes. It's a 20K race. I was like, Nate hasn't traveled 20K on his own feet.
In
Consistently
one.
in one go. Since when?
I mean, you said that's what 10 miles.
No, yeah. Oh, it's 12 miles, but yeah.
12 miles. I'm
12
trying to
miles.
think the last time I did like a 12-mile hike, because that would have been the last time.
The current record is 5 minutes and 31 seconds for a mile for race walking.
How are you doing that?
You're so screwed.
How are you doing? Who's doing that? That's so dumb. Run.
Tom Bosworth is who's doing
Look,
that.
this is the only time I will ever advocate.
Shout out Tom.
Good for
you
Tom.
had a dream, and you chased it, my man.
I don't even know what kind of shoes you get for this.
What? You can get like running shoes.
Why would you get running shoes for walking?
Probably some good Hokas. Probably some like Patty Hokas.
All right, maybe look. Can this give me an endorsement?
Yeah, bro.
Can I get a shoe
the
endorsement?
world is our oyster. Nathan Owens. This is a pathway.
I would like.
You get to live people's dreams. You're like YouTube golf, but for like fat people trying to do something with their lives.
I'm worried I'm gonna get really embarrassing endorsements though.
you will.
I'm worried I'm gonna get
Pampers
endorsed.
is coming first.
I'm worried it's gonna be like really like Slim Jim and like Ask
Oh.
Jeeves.
No, Slim Jim. There was a new meat stick on the market that is like making its rounds on the YouTube.
I'm worried my meat stick is gonna be on the market in those spandex. That's one of my concerns.
You could be so lucky.
Right. That's also another concern. Okay? I've gotten further than I ever thought I could by being a really good listener and helping people's moms with dishes. Okay? I don't need to be set back.
By aspirations.
Yes. Right?
That's the most Nathan Owens thing. I'm good. Cash me out.
I'm
gonna ride this thing down. This was great. All right, let's change topics because no one cares enough to talk anymore about this until they see you in spandex, which is coming soon. Stay tuned.
Now, all right, you intro this.
Comment below if you want to see Nate in spandex at the qualifier in Sacramento. Just
gonna
let us know.
yeah.
If you are for this, let us know.
All right, you intro this one. I'm going to look up the USA Race Walking Instagram.
There's definitely not one. It's not that what?
I just want to
How
see
many followers?
156.
156 total,
Yeah.
not thousands.
No.
Okay, cool.
They're following 54 people.
Okay, that's not
So
a real handle.
The
That's,
ratio's good, though.
That's a fake. Breaking news this week in sports is Donald J. Trump has officially challenged Joe Biden, current president, Mr. President, to a golfing competition at a recent rally. I think maybe as early as yesterday. Trump's up there talking about, ranting about all the things you can guess. And eventually he gets to the idea of like, hey, I'm going to issue a challenge to Joe Biden. What we're going to do is we are going to play an 18-hole match, golf match. And if you missed it, recently at their debate a couple weeks ago, they started going back and forth about each other's handicaps, who's better at golf, kind of like, acting like 16-year-old boys on stage. And it was fantastic. For the golfers and us, it was amazing. Arguing about handicaps, sandbagging, all of these things. It was great. So, but, to Trump's credit, he's putting his money where his mouth is and has issued a $1 million challenge to Biden. If Biden beats him, Trump will donate $1 million to any charity that Biden wants. What I would love is for Biden to come back and is like, I'll do it, but it's $10 million and it's to my campaign. That would be amazing. That would be the best counterpunch. Now, the problem is that Biden has no shot at beating Trump. Trump is actually decent at golf. Now, he still artificially lowers his handicap. Like, I think his official handicap right now is 2 or 3, which is absolutely not true. He's probably a legit 6, but you have Biden who is on the handicap system, because this is the best part about the handicap system in this country.
Yeah.
Is you can look up anyone. Like you right now with the handicap app could look up Joe Biden.
So I do have, all right, 2 things.
Okay.
Number 1, I'm in on race walking because, 1, this is the first time there hasn't been an American in the race walking
They didn't meet the Olympic standard.
since 1904.
Yep.
So I'm getting us back.
Great.
All right.
Make America great again.
I'm getting us back. Also, we haven't medaled since 1972.
Right. We could do better.
We can do better because I'm bringing walking back to America.
Is that the same Olympics as Jesse Owens? I feel like there's some.
No, that was like the
Minor.
40s.
Okay.
Okay.
I saw the movie.
Yeah, I'm the next great Owens for track and field.
Oh my gosh,
We
we have a catchphrase.
Jesse Owens.
We have
Nathan
a title,
Owens.
the next great Owens.
Actually, my dad wanted to name my
Subscribe.
older sister Jessie, and my mom refused because
She's a smart lady.
yeah, but she was also like, you are cursing that to the slowest person in the world. How do handicaps work? Is a higher handicap good or is a lower handicap good?
Basically, the very rough version of it is if you go play golf 10 times, you post those 10 scores, they take the average of your 5 lowest scores, and that becomes your handicap.
So if I'm starting,
Yep.
is my handicap 100 or 0?
It's nothing. You don't have a handicap.
Okay.
You have to post the 10 scores
Okay.
or the 15
And that's
scores.
where you tee off, right?
Huh? No. The handicap, so if, say you have a 10 handicap and I have a 0 handicap,
Okay.
I will give you 10 shots that day. So if you shoot 80 and I shoot
Oh.
70, we tie.
I always thought it was where you tee off from.
There probably is some level of correlation between if you're a higher handicap, you should probably play from these tees.
Okay.
But it also will tell you what you should shoot from those specific tees.
Now, everything that I've seen, a lot of interviews, now, granted, the algorithm is going to feed me what I want to be fed.
So it's pro Biden, great. Got that.
Everything that I've seen about Trump and golf,
It's not great.
it's not great in the sense that Trump has a good swing and he cheats.
He's a cheater, for
He,
sure.
he cheats all the time. And this is stuff you can look up on Rich Eisen. This isn't like these weird YouTube channels. Like, this is interviews on the Rich Eisen from people who have played golf with Trump. Said
He
he's
absolutely is a known cheater.
So I get that Trump is better at golf than
He is.
Biden.
He would smoke him,
Still,
despite those.
even with a fair,
Oh, 1,000. Dude, not breaking news. Biden is not well.
no, he's not.
Like, Biden's not going out there and swinging a golf club. Maybe like 4 years ago when Biden like had all his faculties.
Did he have him 4 years ago?
I think he was way better.
He was way better. I don't know if he had him.
He convinced me 4 years ago. We'll just put it that way. This year, not convincing me. So, point being that I'm trying to make is there's no way Biden goes out there and swings a golf ball. Or swings a golf club, hits a golf ball.
Is it sad or is it fun if the presidency is decided over a game of golf?
It's so fun. Because no one wants this. Like, I think I can say this very, like, confidently.
Yeah.
It does not matter what side of this shit you're on. No one wants it anymore.
Nobody wants
We would all like off of this,
Yeah.
like, car accident that is happening. Both parties have had, like, in-house meetings to be like, can we get out of this? And in both times, the current candidates sent letters to be like, I'm not getting out.
Yeah.
So you're screwed because I'll split the vote. So, like, that is where we're at now in the political side of things. But to answer your question, this would literally break Super. Like, if this happened, it would do more numbers than the Super Bowl.
I think it would either do more numbers than the Super Bowl or it would do 0 numbers.
No. There's not a chance in my mind that this does not, like, supersede every sporting event this year if this were to, like, truly happen. Now, it may only be 15 minutes because everyone's like, oh, Biden really is going to get screwed. But, like, if Biden found a way to, like, inject himself with, like, methadone.
If he gives Hunter a call.
And like, gets amped up enough, he might die in the process. But gives Trump a run? Bro, get your popcorn ready, your chai tea, and nestle in for 4 hours because it is going to be awesome. You wouldn't watch it?
No.
You're crazy. Joel, would you watch it?
No, probably not. But I do love that your idea of an exciting night is popcorn, chai tea,
And
and
80-year-olds
golf.
playing
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
80-year-olds playing golf for the future
so
of our
serious
country.
with how sincere you're. Like, that's a night right there, y'all.
We're out of it.
Also, they're both old, so I'm in bed by 9 p.m.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That is nice that their tea time would be like 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, for ratings, right, it would definitely need to be like a like Alaskan golf course where they could tee off at 7.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I don't know why I went to Alaska, but
So they could tee off early and that we could all still watch it at like noon.
yeah,
They can tee off when they both wake up at 6 a.m.
yeah.
Because they're both 90 years old.
Hawaii would be a better spot.
Yeah.
They could do early morning Hawaii would be late afternoon here. Perfect.
Maybe we can cut this out.
No, it's not.
I don't know.
We're
It's
live.
live. Is it treason to say I kind of hope we get invaded? I'm kind of at that point. Is that light?
That's
treason?
weird. I mean, it's a weird take.
I don't think it's treason.
Okay.
Who's gonna invade us?
I don't know. I hope somebody cool, but I'm kind of ready for kind of
Like
a.
who Canada? Like Canada's going to invade us?
I'm just kind of ready for a hard reset. Just
You really are pro Putin.
not Putin. I want somebody cool.
Just try and annex Ukraine over here.
Just
Jeez.
I kind of want somebody to like take the game out, hawk to it and put it back in.
Also, there's not gonna be an invasion. We would just get nuked. That's all it would be.
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
true.
There'd just be a lot of people that.
Yeah, but it's a lot.
Are
It's
no
not
longer
gonna
with
be.
us.
No one's coming in and taking over. It would just be like, all right, well, we'll
Can
unalive everybody.
What about I'm trying to think of like cool country. Like South Korea would be
I
fun.
mean,
They got cool music. They got good baseball.
In your mind, is there anyone that you wish could not serious?
Yeah, we're
But-
not serious.
We've never
We're
been
not-
serious on this podcast.
We're
ever.
not serious.
Who would be your like if you could put up a candidate that you're like, I would get behind this person?
To run for president?
Yeah. Who would be your candidate?
I don't know. And that's like, I think about that all the time where I'm just like, I just want somebody that I like. I'm so sick of voting against people.
That's fair.
I don't know if I've voted for somebody in my entire life.
Oh, I voted for Bush. God bless that man's golf swing too, because it is fan-freaking-tastic. We invaded Iraq. He gave an interview from the golf course.
Oh, yeah.
And then very famously said, "And watch me hit this drive."
me hit
and
this
he
drive.
striped it.
And nothing bad happened ever can.
Right. We don't need to go down that rabbit hole, Nathan Owens.
I really have no idea. There's definitely people where I'm just like, I kind of trust you with nukes. Because that's what, like, it has to boil down to.
Is that what it boils down to?
That's what
Even though we haven't used a nuke in, like, 85 years?
That's as desperate as I get, is I'm just like, who do I trust with nuclear codes? Who do I think won't use them? But I don't even know at this point, because I'm just like, whoever is up for it is going to forget where the codes are. And I'm pretty sure all of our passwords are just password at this point, and they're probably
Wait,
written
do you have
down.
a password called password?
No, I
Okay.
don't, but I'm not 90.
Okay.
Like, I could guess all of my parents' passwords. Like, my parents parental locked so many channels. My parents have no idea that I watched so much MTV growing up. Because their parental locks was my mom's birthday. Like, I'm sorry.
That was my mom's code too.
Yeah, boomers and beyond, y'all are so bad at
my
passwords.
parents was the anniversary.
Why are y'all so
Everything.
bad at passwords?
The safe.
The safe.
Not just like, oh, my son is gonna watch Skinamax. Like, no, like this is where we're keeping valuables.
Our garage code was our address. Good thing we didn't have anything worth stealing.
Our garage code became our universal password for everything after that. It was Emmett Smith, Troy Aikman, my age and my sister's age at the time, 22897. You can go break into my parents' house right now.
It's the craziest thing. I don't know a single person in politics right now that I would truly be like, I cannot wait to vote for this person.
No, they don't have to be in politics.
Oh, just in general?
Like anyone that you're like, if this person were to jump in, like think like Arnold Schwarzenegger before he became a politician. Like who's the person, the actor, the athlete that you're like, I believe in this person.
The ghost of Mr. Rogers. If we could
Resurrect him?
If we could resurrect him, if we could dip him into the Lazarus pit.
You want Daniel Tiger to be president?
I would take Daniel Tiger as president. First off, tigers are fierce, so other countries are going to fear us because we have tigers. I'm scared of tigers. I don't want to go into a meeting with. I know Putin's afraid of tigers, so if we have to get tough,
Yeah.
so that's going to be good on like the world stage. Also, I know Daniel Tiger is kind.
Yeah.
I think he's got a great theme song. We haven't had a president with a good theme song in a while. Daniel Tiger has friends, so I know his cabinet's going to be good. None of his friends have been to jail, as far as I know. Also, he's friends with royalty, right?
Yeah, there is a prince in the show.
Yeah, so I know he's going to do good with, like, delegates. Like, he's going to kind of, like he's dealt with royalty before, so I'm not afraid of the way Daniel Tiger's going to treat Britain, Saudi Arabia, all those kind of countries with monarchs in place. So
You want him to treat Saudi Arabia right?
I want there to be I don't want them to treat him right, but I want him to be like, I need him to know how to approach royalty respectfully, but also like, hey, you're not better than me. I need Daniel Tiger to go in with like, hey, you're not better than me, but also like, I'm not coming in there to piss you off.
Totally.
You know?
Totally.
So yeah, I'd vote for Daniel Tiger. Really, there's a lot of fictional characters.
Who do you want, Dan?
How are you feeling?
Well, I saw Greg Maddux play golf the other day, and
You are really hung up on this golf.
I feel like
people
he
are
could
good.
he could go beat any current politician in golf. He was a great athlete,
Why not just
pretty smart dude.
Scotty Schaefer then,
Scheffler.
Scheffler.
Let's say it right.
or Jordan?
Have some respect. Jordan
Who-
Spieth.
Jordan Spieth. Okay.
Yeah, I would. Who would I legitimately? Ryan Reynolds.
He's Canadian.
Is he really? Damn it.
Dan's trying to get us invaded. Dan just put up a coup.
He is the best of us.
Yeah. The problem is he would have everything sponsored.
Everything is Nathan Owens.
He would just, but
Nathan,
he would
listen to
put.
me.
I know.
Everything is
He would be like,
sponsored.
"Welcome to the Aviation Gin White House."
Everything is sponsored.
But he would have a corporate name
Someone
for
is
everything.
footing the bill,
Yeah.
whether you like it or
No,
not.
I know.
George Soros is in this country, just so you know.
Oh,
I want Gritty.
What?
I want Gritty.
the Philadelphia mascot.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you never know who's under there. But he's still just.
It's like Marshmallow.
Also, never talk still.
It's like Marshmallow. It's like there's like 5 presidents, and we just don't know.
We
who.
have no idea.
Yeah.
We have no idea which
The debate
Gritty-
is him just slapping the other candidate, and you're like, that's my guy right there.
the googly eyes going.
Yeah.
There is a famous DJ who does wear a get-up, and I got to meet this individual, and honest, he or she does not go to any shows anymore. They have trained people to do their movements, and they just like make music at home and like live the most extraordinarily normal life.
Wow.
And you would never know. And I'm like, that you did it. You literally matrixed the Matrix.
Do you think Banksy is one person?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. You want to talk about other stuff?
Yeah. I mean, we got 20 minutes to go somewhere.
We got 20 minutes. All right. So Bronny got drafted by the Lakers. LeBron's kid.
Can we just roll the tape on that?
Did you
'Cause
predict this?
I literally said Bronny is gonna get drafted by the Lakers, and everyone was like, "No way."
I think we'll look back on that tape. If you're right, I'll put it in here.
Maybe I said the Hawks. Maybe I said they should take him first.
I think that would have been fun. It would have been terrible, but it would have been fun. Okay, here's the thing. I love it. I love it so much.
Such a sideshow.
Is it good? No. Is it good for the team? No. But I really enjoy it, and here's why. Because it's going to be a lot of fun for LeBron and his son. It's very selfish, but like, look, I've played church league softball.
But he's not even going to be on the team. He's going to be on the G League team. They've already said that.
He'll be called up eventually. They're doing this to get people to settle down. They're going to put him on there. Like, he's going to be a summer league. He's going to be G League for a while. They're going to bring him up at some point.
They need to.
They're
They're going to
going
spend
to.
that pig on him. They need to.
Yeah. But I have played very low stakes sports with family. It's a lot of fun. So, I get this for LeBron. I get it for Bronny. The thing that bugs me is that I saw a lot of outcry from people who were saying that he was taking a spot.
That's literally your argument when Tim Tebow hit the league.
And that was the thing. I didn't hear this argument from the same people who praised Tim Tebow for following his dreams. And this is a guy who played college basketball, comes from a basketball family,
That has no relevance.
Oh, it does have relevance because other players have said he's good. No player has had a problem with him. Players have
But also,
co-signed
if
Bronny.
Of course they have, because
Not a single baseball player co-signed Tebow as a right fielder.
Right. I'm not comparing that argument, but no one's gonna come out against LeBron's son.
Why not? People bash LeBron all the time.
Not publicly. No, they
but
haven't.
we haven't seen a single anonymous thing calling it nepotism.
Sure, keep going. This is still stupid.
I think, is it a good move as a franchise? No. Did it make the Lakers better?
No.
No.
Does it make JJ Redick look already like an empty suit? Yes.
I don't think it would have been a good.
He's up there, literally looking in cameras, being like, "This was the right thing."
Yeah.
I
What's
actually
he
could have
supposed to do though?
I could have leaned towards. I think this JJ Redick thing is gonna work. Until now.
So you think if JJ Redick had come in and been like, my first move is to tell LeBron, no, we're not drafting your son?
Yes, because he's gonna be there much longer than LeBron is gonna be there if he is successful. He's like, I gotta take care of this team.
Yeah.
Not draft your son so that you guys can play pickup games for the next 2 years.
I think Bronny has
And then ask for a max contract. And then give it to him.
I think Bronny has more promise than people are giving him credit for. Do I think he earned the contract with his resume right now? No. But I do think he is going to have a better career than his resume.
He's gonna have a fine career in the NBA.
I think he's gonna have a really good career.
I think he's gonna have a fine career in the NBA. And I think it could even border on great career in the NBA.
I think he's going to be an all-star. People are comparing him to Miles McBride in New York. Like, they're saying he's going to be a very good point guard.
The point is that this is nepotism.
Yes.
Like, everyone's like, no one's crying nepotism, no player. It is nepotism.
It's 100% nepotism.
Now, I don't have a problem with nepotism other than the fact that you're screwing your team. Like, this is, like, to me, what would be better for him is to go play with another young team. Like, he should have gone to, like, if he'd gotten it, like, drafted by Dallas, do you know what he would be set up for? Is a great run where he's playing a low-pressure piece in a championship caliber team for the next 3 to 5 years. But instead of that, he is going to play a high leverage position within the Lakers, because it's not like if he's going to run on LeBron's line, he's going to start. It's not like they're going to flip-flop as he rides the bench and LeBron comes out. Like, LeBron wants to play with his son. He doesn't want to be on the team with his son. So you're saying Bronny's going to start for the Lakers. That is insane.
I think it's insane right now. I don't think it's going to feel as insane by the All-Star break.
What do you feel like his average nightly stats will be by the All-Star break?
I think it's gonna be solid and it's gonna feel underwhelming because
is he averaging a double-double? Because if he's not, he shouldn't be starting.
I don't think he's averaging a double-double, but I don't think he's starting. I think he's coming off the bench.
Okay. What do you think of the Clay to the Mavs? Now that I cracked the Mavs thing,
I think the Clay I think good for Clay. I think Clay needed to leave. I think the Warriors needed to break that up. I think it was time.
Yeah.
I think Clay to the Mavs does not make the Mavs that much better.
No, it's a terrible move.
I think Clay is cooked.
Klay Thompson shot 39% from behind three last year.
I like Clay.
So do I.
But you're done, man. Like, it's fine. You're Mike Miller now. Like, come off the bench, hit a few corner threes, be Robert Horry.
Sure.
Like, hit those clutch threes. But, like, you're not who you were 5 years ago. Part of it is injuries. Part of it is age. You've had a Hall of Fame career. I think it would have been better for him to retire. But also, I think he has a chance to win a ring in Dallas.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I don't think it is a blockbuster move.
Totally.
But I don't think it's a bad move for him. I just don't think it makes Dallas that much better. But I don't think it needed to.
Yeah, I think it might help slightly. I think Clay on the court does force defenses to at least consider his historical nature rather than like his most recent efforts. Yeah. But we'll find out if he can find. He's got to be able to shoot 50%.
Yeah.
If he can't shoot 50%, he's a below average 3-point shooter.
All right. 10 more minutes. NCAA Football 25 comes out this week or next week.
Can we just talk about? Can I just ask why people care about NCAA football? Like, I'm the biggest college football fan.
Yeah.
I don't get this.
Were you not addicted to this game?
I mean, I played it in college and it was fun, but so's Madden. Like, I don't understand the difference between Madden and NCAA.
So I think the difference was the dynasty mode. Was playing the dynasty, playing the recruiting, building up a team. Like, I would take Appalachian State and build them up into a #1 program. It was incredible.
How many hours did you spend? This is why we're doing competitive walking, by the way. Because you just said this thing that I spent hundreds of hours doing was incredible.
It was so much fun.
And
the anger.
You could be an Olympian with that time.
The anger when a recruit went somewhere else,
dude.
After you had wined and dined.
That's an algorithm. That's not real.
I know. And that's what made me mad. Was going, you didn't have to do this to me. That's what. But then the thrill of beating a team you had no business beating
The only
with
fun
a
video
quarterback.
games, the only fun video games are ones that like I can do it for a week and then I can put it down and it's over.
Yeah, so what I'm panicking about is like, I really want NCAA 25, but I only have a PS4.
Jesus.
And
This is the most stressful thing in your life right now.
it's not the most stressful thing. It's something that's on my mind a lot.
Jeez.
And the thing is, obviously, it is not a top tier priority. It's not even top 10. It's probably not even top 20.
I bet Dan would buy you a PS5 if you qualified.
That's in
January.
In January.
If you did the first race and got through it, I for sure would make sure to
All I had to do is
put a
get
little
through
cherry on the end. Yeah, totally.
Sweet. Okay.
20K.
Oh,
Again, you couldn't. Let's jump back there. You couldn't think of the last time that you walked 12 miles without a pace or a time necessity. They'll cut you from the race. Like there is a point where they're like you can't finish in time.
they like come in like a little cart and get you.
Yeah, totally.
What if I outwalk the cart?
If you're right in front of it, then you will not get cut.
If I just keep pushing the guy out of the way. Like,
Okay,
no.
let's keep going. The most important thing in your life right now is a PS5.
right,
And
so-
are we on
well,
6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Which
I don't
one are
know.
we
I
on?
think we're on 5 now. The problem is I'm in this weird race.
Why do people like PlayStation more than Xbox?
It just has more stuff.
What? Like
I
what
think
kind
it's
of
better.
stuff?
I think the controller's better. It's
Okay.
got the Spider-Man games.
Xbox that doesn't have Spider-Man.
Xbox doesn't have Spider-Man.
Interesting.
But
Sony versus
Yeah.
Microsoft.
I've noticed that people get stuck in whatever console they have when their child is born until their child gets into video games.
And then they assess.
Yeah. And then they get whatever their kid wants.
Joel, this is so dumb. I know you love video games too, but
I don't
so
have
dumb.
kids, so I can just get myself stuff.
Right. So he can just get, but like I
You
can't,
don't have kids either. Why don't you just get yourself
because
stuff?
I can't just budget out $500 while we're like trying to adopt and stuff. Like that's a hard sell. To be like, hey, can I have $500, but like, hey, can we take $500 out of the budget for something that only I will use? That also you will
The
hate.
future kid will use it.
The future kid will use it in like a decade.
Yeah, when it doesn't have games that work in it anymore.
Right. Also that you'll hate the look of in the living room.
Here's what I will say. Here's your argument. Parents, about to be parents, if you would like to make a argument for a console, because the last time I gamed consistently was when we had Jace, because I would do the night feedings.
Ooh.
And so I would game to stay up.
Okay.
I would do the 2:00 feeding. Then I would come back down, crash for a couple hours, and then the 6:00 feeding or whatever.
Okay.
And so I had those two feedings, and so the gaming got me up to 1 and kept me awake.
Okay.
And so that's how you should sell it. I still think it's stupid. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money.
It's dumb. It doesn't make my life that much better,
You're better off gambling.
but it's fun. It's so much fun.
Okay, so so why this football game? What makes this football game?
Because we haven't had a college football game in over a decade. They stopped making them when the lawsuit started coming out. EA Sports said, "Fine. If other people are going to profit off of this, if we can't make millions of dollars off the backs of these athletes, then nobody gets money." So they stopped making them. So for years we have not had the
Virtue
college
signal
football game.
number 2, kicker.
It's literally what happened. The NCAA players were like, "Hey, can we have some of this money?" And EA Sports was like, "No, nobody can. No more games." So they haven't made any for a while.
Because they couldn't pay. This is what liberals do. They decide in these moments to leave out key facts.
Okay.
Could EA have paid the players back then?
Yes.
No, they could not. It would be illegal. They would lose their amateur status and they would get suspended if they had paid them back then. There was no NIL. There was no way to pay players for their likeness.
There's no way to pay players afterwards.
After they get out of college,
There's no way to pay.
they could not sign an agreement for compensation while they were in college.
So then, how did they
amateur
lose lawsuits?
Huh?
Chris, we can talk anyway. I don't want to. I don't
They
want to.
lost lawsuits by ex-players
I don't
that
wanna
were
put-
featured on it post-college.
I don't want to put names out there. All right, 5 more minutes. Did you watch the Gladiator 2 trailer?
Yes, of course I did.
Okay,
I'm
you're
a white man.
You're a history major as well.
Yes. Who thinks about Rome all the time?
Are you pumped about this movie?
Of course I'm pumped about
All
this movie. Now, I think it's going to be a stupid movie.
I watched Gladiator last night. I was so pumped about Gladiator 2. I immediately watched Gladiator.
It's really bad. Like
The first Gladiator?
No. The graphic, like you go back, like I remember the Gladiator, the first movie in my mind as like this epic movie. You go back and watch it, it is epic, but like the special effects and like the Rome like special effects, they're bad.
There's like a couple when they pan up to the Colosseum. There's a couple things that date it,
Yeah.
but overall, it's still.
And some of the set dressing, you're like, oh, I feel like I'm at Disney World right now. Like I'm at the Disney World version of the Colosseum.
There's some stuff that I feel is kind of a throwback, and that's kind of how I chose to look at it. I was like, this is a throwback. I appreciate they didn't just green screen everything. Gladiator 2, people are mad that they used a Kanye song in the trailer. That was one thing. Which
People
is
get mad about
hilarious.
the dumbest things in the world. He also retired from music yesterday.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I love that Denzel is going full training day in Rome.
Yep. All I gotta do is push it.
Are you upset as a history major that they had sharks in the Colosseum? Was that a thing that they did?
No.
Okay.
They did crocodiles.
Oh, okay.
They could do things that they could transport.
But the boat thing, was that
The
like
boat
a
thing's
thing?
real.
Okay, they
Boat
had like
thing's
boat
real.
battles in the Colosseum.
Yeah, that's real. And they would have them on others. Like there's other arenas that they would.
They had the minor
they'd do
leagues.
this. And actually the boat one happened not in. I think there was another kind of like enclosure like the Colosseum in Rome that they actually did the boat battles at.
Okay.
It ends up being where they did a bunch of the other horse races because like there was lots of different places, lots of places that Christians burned. There was lots of things happening.
Are you, as a history major, do you like or dislike when a movie is historically accurate? Does it matter to you?
No, it's entertainment. I understand what it is. This is where like me and you differ when you're like the comics don't follow the story.
Comics, I think, are different.
They need to be more accurate.
Comic accuracy to me is different than historic
No,
accuracy.
it's the same thing to you.
It's not.
It should bother us in equal amounts.
It
with
should bother me,
with
and
how
it
much
doesn't. I watched Napoleon, and like it didn't bother me at all that it's like not historically
I know.
accurate.
It shouldn't bother you. I have my degree in history. You have your like I didn't go to college degree in comics.
Yeah.
It bothers you immensely when they don't follow the comic book line.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all when they don't follow the historical line of the entertainment that it
doesn't
is.
bother me.
If you would like to read about Napoleon, you can.
Yeah.
If you would like to read about Abraham Lincoln, you can.
That is true.
As far as Gladiator, my thing with Gladiator, why I think it's going to be a dumb movie, it's just this first movie all over again. Like the storyline doesn't like this to me. Like my first reaction was like, oh, this is Star Wars. There's a Death Star. They have to destroy the Death Star.
Yeah.
It's just this recurring like we have to do the thing, get to the place, blow it up, do the thing, and it's just that again. There is a person who becomes a slave. They hate the empire. They band up with someone who has influence. Denzel in the first movie it was Russell Crowe and the other guy.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, I'm gonna help you gain your freedom together, and we're gonna like conquer that. I understand that you want to get back at the empire or the emperor, and this is how we're gonna do it. And they work together to like topple the empire, and that happened. That's literally the movie all over again. And
And
I'm sure he dies at the end too.
And there's 2 emperors this time. That's how they stepped it up.
That is historically accurate.
Yeah. I tried to look it up because I like when things are like close enough.
By the time that we get here, you're already actually the empire is already falling. So they're kind of like, we'll see. But the Roman Empire is beginning to split by the time that you have these 2 brother emperors.
Do you think the kid is mad that they recast him? Because the main kid in it is Lucius.
Yeah.
From the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And But also, like, that kid is like 40 now. So, and then I think the guy Paul Mescal's playing him is like 25. So, like, it makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited. Joel, are you a Gladiator fan?
I'll probably watch it when it streams on something. I rewatched the first one a couple of years ago, and I was like, this is really long. This is a long movie.
It's a really long movie.
I figure I'm not like super stoked for Gladiator 2, but it feels like a weird movie to make a sequel to.
It does. Like, watching it last night, I was like, I appreciated how they didn't even set it up for a sequel. Like,
What do you mean?
well, every movie today now, it's like they wink to the audience at the end. And watching it last night, I was like, oh, they just end this movie.
Yeah, you're like, where's the end credits?
Well,
scene?
Yeah, I
there
kept waiting for a
definitely was
post-credit.
There was never a thought that they were going to do another one.
Well, so there was I don't know if this is true or not, but there was an original. All right, so Gladiator, I'm going to look this up. Original Gladiator 2 script. I think Russell Crowe,
lives.
no, he was like fighting in hell.
Like Doom style?
Yes.
I'd watch that movie because that sounds so dumb and ridiculous.
He like comes back, like he fights his way like out of hell to come back from the dead. And then he takes down Rome. It's insane.
That kind of crosses the
And Ridley Scott was like,
too much.
no, I don't want to do it. Like, he fights with Roman gods. Like, he had, like, at the end, he and is Hades is Roman. I get the Greek and Romans ones.
Was Russell Crowe just playing God of War and was like, wait a minute. Hold up.
I can survive this.
I also appreciate that Russell Crowe is, like, super retired now.
Oh yeah.
Like, Russ,
Well,
like,
he's not super. I think his last movie was like a
well,
couple
just
years ago.
in the sense that, like, he's not trying to keep Gladiator figure anymore. Like, he's got this huge gray beard. Like, he's obviously eating well in Australia. Like,
Oh, totally.
he's just this jolly old dude. He's gonna be playing Santa in a few years.
But
like,
they asked him like, "Hey, are you sad that they didn't even like, talk to you about this?" And he was like, "I think the sentiment was, I'm sad that I'm not a part of the new version since it was so much a part of my
yeah,
like
he is
story."
Gladiator.
Yeah, totally. Because they didn't even call him.
Well, he died.
That's what he said.
I mean, what are they gonna? Hey, do you wanna?
But but like
Then
to
it would have
me-
been full if
to
he had
me,
been a
if you wanna,
Force
like,
ghost.
If you want to really create buzz and get people, like, you want to do the Disney thing of like bring him in, have him do like the behind the scenes, like kind of walk and like give us like teasers as the movie's getting made, and have Russell Crowe do it. There was ways to do this.
Yeah.
They should have consulted me.
Okay.
Holler at your boy.
Real quick, PlayStation sponsor me as a race walker. Also,
That's
Nike.
not bad.
No, PlayStation could sponsor me.
Mm-hmm.
Nike send me stuff.
They're not gonna send you stuff.
Also,
PlayStation might. You have the bodily figure of a speed walking PlayStation player. You do not have one for Nike.
The ad campaign can be bodied by PlayStation.
Body by PlayStation.
Also, Arm and Hammer for chafing stuff.
Skims. I mean, you could do it. You could rock some Skims.
I could rock some Skims. Any anti-chafing company, please, please send me stuff.
Nate and Skims.
Yeah, you're gonna get some friction
That is some
there.
body
Oh,
positivity.
gosh.
That's a body positivity campaign that a lot of people will get excited about.
I'm really worried about the body positivity between my thighs. That's that's what I'm worried about, is that friction. All right, one more time. My name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at Nathan Owens Comedy, Instagram, TikTok, Nathan Owens Comedy, or NathanOwensComedy.com.
All right, everyone go follow the Fastest Owens YouTube channel. We'll post it later. Peace.
Fastest living Owens.